Okay, I'm here to talk about Animal Kingdom, which was released in 2010. It's an Australian film that's directed by David Michôd. It stars James Freshfield, Sullivan Stapleton, Ben Mendelsohn and Jackie Weaver. First point I want to make is about actor James Freshfield, who plays our central character Jay, this 17-year-old boy who's sort of thrust into this explosive crime family. And for a debut performance, this is really quite eye-catching. It's a wonderfully muted performance at times. We're all very familiar with that sort of teenage way of being where you're sort of very uncomfortable with yourself, you're not comfortable in your own skin, you're not really sure how to react, how much expression you can show, what it's alright to say. There's a lot of that sort of shrug of the shoulders and head down and just sort of, yeah. He plays that sort of sense of that confusion, there's stuff going on behind his eyes, behind his face, inside his head. Not only is he sort of playing with that angst that comes along with being a teenager, he's also got all this other stuff. He's trying to find his place in the world, in this sort of animal kingdom that he finds himself in. And like any good crime drama, this is a film that carries with it a lot of menace that sort of underpins the whole thing. So right at the start of the film, we're introduced to Jay, and he's sat on a couch next to an unconscious woman. We've quickly learned that this is his mother. The ambulance people come in and take her away, leaving Jay on his own. No father figure, just him in the house. He rings his grandmother, who offers him a place to stay. He goes over to his grandmother's house, and straight away we see that she's got all these sons, and it's explained to us who they are. And these are very different people. It's almost as if the grandmother character that's played by Jackie Weaver has got all these sons to different fathers. One of the really strange things about the grandmother character is that she has this sort of inappropriate intimacy with her sons. There is one scene very early on in the film when the Jackie Weaver character, the grandmother character, has a long lingering kiss on the lips with one of her sons, the Sullivan Stapleton character. And I'm not saying that it's in any way sort of heading towards incestuous waters here, but it's very, very inappropriate, that sort of intimacy that she has with her sons. And it's almost as if they are like a substitute for the missing father, and she needs these sons around her for her survival. It's very clear that she profits from their sort of being there. She knows that her sons are living this life as armed robbers, but she sort of looks the other way because it suits her to do so. And she's in no way a good mother. She's one of the most horrible characters in the film in many ways. She's the one that condones all this stuff. She's a woman without any conscience. Kind of reminded me of Carmela Soprano in The Sopranos. She knows all this stuff is going on, but it suits her to look the other way because she's been bought nice things, nice handbags and stuff like that. Jackie Weaver in this film is very similar because although she's not living what you would call a glamorous lifestyle, she's allowed to continue to sort of just live the life that she wants to live. But as we join the film, one of the sons, clearly the smarter of the breed, is taking it upon himself to sort of spread the seed among the group that maybe this armed robbery life is not what it's all cracked up to be. There's a lot of people dying, it's getting hard to live this life, maybe we should be looking into doing something else. So clearly this world of armed robbery is kind of falling in on them, and the smart one of them knows when to get out. I'm not going to spoil anything, but part of the film is that things do start to close in on these guys. And then you've got Jay, who's new to this situation. We see the film through his eyes, really. And you've got a lot of sympathy for Jay. Although he's doing things that are clearly wrong, he's in a very, very difficult situation. And Jay has to find his place within the family, decide whose side he's on, and he has to make some very tough decisions. And it's a very, very scary world for him to be in. And in a way, he has to make the journey from sort of boy to man, in and around all these other dangerous characters who are willing to do pretty much anything just to ensure their own survival. And it's called Animal Kingdom, and very early on, there's a scene in which two of the brothers are having sort of a play fight on a couch, and the camera goes into slow motion. And it's very reminiscent of like a wildlife documentary where we're seeing sort of two wild animals playfully fighting with each other. It's really beautifully captured, actually, and it sort of did remind me of that sort of thing. I think it's a really great visual metaphor, and it speaks a lot of the talent of David Michôd and how he's sort of captured all this stuff. In many crime dramas, you've always got that really scary guy. And in this film, that guy is Pope, who's played by Ben Mendelsohn. This guy is extremely dangerous, emotionally damaged. A really nasty piece of work, very manipulative. He's the one that really sort of propels this pulling the family apart. Mention must also go to Guy Pearce, probably the biggest star in the film. And once again, a fantastically measured performance from Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce is never the sort of actor that will sort of go in and sort of try and steal every scene. And in a way, his character in the film, although he's one of the police officers who are sort of investigating this family, he's more like a father figure to Jay, really. He's trying to sort of save Jay from all this stuff. He's offering him a way out of this. There's a great moment in the film when he sits down with Jay Guy Pearce and he explains the sort of way that things work, and he explains to Jay, look, you're a weak character. You're just around all these really strong characters, but these strong characters' world is dissolving around them. I can save you from that. And as you look at Jay and you look at Jay's reaction to what the Guy Pearce character is saying to him, you think, is he getting through? Is he getting through? Because James Freshville's performance is so good, there's this sort of blank expression on his face. And you think that Guy Pearce is getting through to him, but is he? And as the film nears its close, this is the thing that's balancing. Which way is Jay going to go? Is he going to decide that he wants to live the life and stay with his family, or is he going to go the other way? Animal Kingdom. It's difficult to watch, it's challenging at times, it's uncomfortable, it's menacing, it's brilliantly acted, directed and written. There's nothing bad I can say about this film. It's an absolute 10 out of 10. And I promise you, it will stay with you long after you've seen it.